A very good morning, guys. How you doing all? A very good morning, बच्चा कैसे हैं आप सब? I hope you all are doing great, and I again welcome you all on the ICAI Board of Studies virtual classes platform. Guys, first of all, please say good morning in the chat box, guys. Quickly, I'm waiting for your replies. Everyone, full Josh, guys. Say good morning. A very good morning, guys. Pooja, Shushil, Kushi, Namrata, a very good morning, guys. Students, so are you ready for the session, guys? Guys, the today's session, I'm going to start with you our second chapter, framework of preparation and presentation of financial statements. कैसे हैं आप सब बच्चा? We are fine, sir. Kushi, Hina, a very good morning, beta. Very good morning. Okay, so guys, I just want to tell you that please feel free while asking any doubt. You can write your doubts in the chat box and feel free to ask any doubt. Okay. Sanbar, good morning, bacha. Good morning. Punya, good morning. Very good morning. Okay, so guys, now I am going to start the session with you. How the session will flow, bacha? I will present you written notes on the screen. I will write some notes directly in the session. Some notes are already printed. So guys, what you have to do, whatever I'm writing, please make a practice that you should write it at the same time in your notebook. And what about the what I've written notes and the written what I have presented in the slide? I will give you a PDF file of whatever I'm writing in the session at the end of session as well. So don't worry, but I request you to all, even you are getting the notes after the session, but make a practice that simultaneously you must write whatever I'm writing on the screen. Are you ready for session, guys? Yes, sir. And ready with the instructions? Yes, sir. So without wasting a time, let me start with you the session topic. First of all, bacha, let me tell you what are the various subtopics which we are going to discuss with you in the today's session. Okay, once again, let me check a chat box. Okay, everything is okay. Surbi. Okay, we are fine, sir. I'm fine, beta. I'm absolutely fine. Okay, so let me start with you the session topic. Okay. So in the today's session, I'm going to start with you framework of an accounting standards or presentation and preparation of the financial statements. So you know, bacha, accounting standard board of ICAI issued the framework. Framework means you can say that the limits under which we can prepare our financial statement. We have some rules, regulation, guidelines through which we can present our financial statement in July 2000 for preparation and presentation of financial statements. Guys, you know what the financial statement? We will have a separate topic on this, bacha, but let me tell you what the financial statement. Financial statements are balance sheets. It's a part of statement of profit and loss. It's also contain the cash flow statement, notes to account. Okay, so these are the financial statements. Guys, you know, our accounting standards are based only on the few concepts. We have no any accounting standard for any concept. Okay, we have very limited accounting standards, but when we have to present our financial statement, then we have to follow some rules and regulations. But where accounting standard is not possible, we have framework. Getting my point or not, bacha? If on any point, if we don't have a proper standard, how to present that value, how to presentation in the financial statement, then we have a framework guidelines. We can use the framework guideline while presenting our financial statements. Okay, so the framework plays a very important role while drafting the financial statement. Because bacha, the financial statement are just like a blood report of any person. The blood report, just like a blood report, tells you what the actual position of your body. Similarly, financial statements tells you the actual position of any enterprise. The health position of any enterprise is reflected to the financial statement. So financial statement must be present in a very accurate manner, so that anyone, the user of financial statement, will get a confidence while they are reading their statements. Okay guys, Kushi, sir, I have created a Telegram channel, IC Virtual Classes, IPCC. Can you ask everyone if anyone to join? We can clear doubts there. Sir, can you please explain again the process of accounting standard? Charu Bacha, the process of accounting standard already done in the last session, but I will tell you in the very brief manner what the process of the setting of accounting standard. First of all, Bacha, we will set up a study group. After the study group, we will have a draft to the accounting standard. After draft of standard, we will present the draft standard to the higher authorities. For example, ICAI, ICMA, ICSS, RBI, SEBI, CEG department, industries department. So we present their our draft standards to them. After getting any comment or feedback from these industries, we will modify the standards if it is required. After that, bacha, we will issue the standard on the website. We will and then we will demand for the comments of the members of the institute. After getting a member, if any comment is relevant, after incorporating or amending the standard, after that we will issue the standard. Same standard then bacha will be issued, will be hand over to the MCA. If MCA wants to apply that standard, any modification required by the MCA, after doing all and that, then MCA also issue the standard for corporate entities, and ICAI issue the standard for non-corporate entities, right? Okay, so I want to join the Telegram group channel, bacha. I don't know. Is there any authority to join the Telegram group, which is not an officially made? So I can't announce this. It's your personal. Okay, guys. So now let's move further. So what are the various subtopics which we will discuss in today's session? We will discuss with you components of the financial statement. What are the objective? What are the various assumptions we have to take? Qualitative characteristics, elements of financial statement, criteria for recognition, right? Principle of measurement and concept of capital and capital maintenance. Okay, so these are the various subtopics which we are going to discuss with you in the session. Okay, so let me start with you. First of all, what is the purpose of financial statements? What is the purpose of this framework? But say, you know, a conceptual framework can be defined as ideas and objective that leads to creation of consistent set of rules and standards. Specifically in accounting, the rules and standards set the nature, functions, and limits of the financial accounting and financial statements. Guys, what is the main reason? What is the main reason why we have developed the standard? The first reason for the development standard is for a framework for setting the accounting standards. But if we want to make a standards, if we want to make a standard, first of all, we have a framework. Bacha, all the standards which are required to be formulated in future, that should be through the framework only. Bacha, if there is a dispute, how to present this particular item in the financial statement, for example, pre-numeric expenses, where to present, and it should be deducted from the reserves and surplus, or should it be reflected as asset in the balance sheet. So this type of dispute are resolved by the framework only. Fundamental principle that do not have repeated. Yes, bacha, if we want that, bacha, if whatever written the standards, whatever written the framework should not conflict and should if it and also it's not repetitive in nature. If we have a specific standard on that particular item, then we don't have any specific rule in the framework. Then we have to apply the standard in the framework. And if we have no any specific standard, then framework will prevail. Then the framework will prevail. But if auditor wants to express opinion on the financial statement, if your financial statements are prepared as per framework, auditor's opinion will get better. But interpretations, while sometimes we have very weak concept clarity, to have a more clarity on particular item, we can use a framework for interpretations of the clarifications, the doubts, whatever it is. So these are the various reasons why we have formulated the framework. Let me revise all the concept. First is bacha, setting of accounting standards. Setting of base for setting accounting standard is framework. Base for setting an accounting standard is framework. And bacha, if there is a dispute arises, it can be handled through the framework rules. We want that bacha, the fundamental principle then do not have a repeated in the accounting standards. Okay, the very normal fundamental principles, they are not required to be formulated each for every fundamental principle standard. So what we did, we have established a framework that will be applied. Okay, if auditor want to express opinion and interpretation, these are the various reasons, the purposes why we have a framework. Right, guys? So anyone have a doubt on this part, then please let me know, guys. Quickly. Sir, what is the auditor's opinion? Yogendra Kapoor. Beta, auditor's opinion means the decision of the auditor. That means after doing audit, the auditor is required to issue an audit report. And whatever is written in the auditor's report is called auditor's opinion. Right. In the Hindi term, you can say right. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? Sir, can you give examples of interpretations? Pushpa, interpretations, you can say that. You can say that on a particular point, for example, on a particular point, example for the definition of provisions. Okay. But in as per AS 29, right? As per AS 29, it defines the term provision. And if you want some more clarity on this, then you can see that we have some interpretations in the text. Okay, interpretation text. You can read them if you want more clarity on that. What the actual meaning of the provision? So that is called interpretations. And experts ki rai, it's called interpretations, right? So what type of question are asked from this chapter? Tanvi Agarwal, in this chapter, you may get a question theory wise as well, or you may get a practical question as well. Because we are going to discuss with you a historical course, present course, current course, realizable values. So this type of question we will discuss in the sessions. We will discuss with you accrual concept, cash concept. So these type of question you may get in this chapter. Pushpa, I think you are clear about this. Interpretation is basically the clarity on a particular concept. Chali. Now let's move further, guys. Components of a financial statement. So, bacha, this is already discussed with you. It's a very easy concept. It's contained the balance sheet. Balance sheet basically tells you, bacha, your position, financial position. Okay, statement of profit and loss, bacha, it will tells you financial performance. Okay, it tells you financial performance. Cash flow, It tells you bacha inflow or outflow of cash, right? Statement of change in equity, it will tells you bacha fluctuations of capital, right? And notes to count bacha, it basically contain the policies used, standards used, okay, methods used, okay, all this will be reflected in this file, or disclosures, all are here reflected, right? So these are very easy concept. Yes sir, clear. Pushpa, chale. Now guys, let me move further. Sir, will you upload the PPT with the written notes? It will be helpful. Charu bacha, whatever I'm writing here now, the same PPT you will get in the as a PDF format after the session. The same, whatever I'm writing here. Okay. Okay. Now let's move further. The next is objectives. Objectives and users of the financial statement. I think this is a very easy concept. What are the users of the financial statement? First users are investors. Okay, you know why the investors are the user of financial statement? Because investors take the risk. Investors take the risk of their fund. Investor invest the funds in the company, in the enterprise, and they now they want the return. So they will wants to know the risk and return. Okay, they want to know the risk and return. Any doubt, bacha? Any doubt on the last component of financial statement? Okay, I think no doubt. Employees. Why the employees are user of financial statement? Why the employees are users of financial statement? Because employees wants to know the position of increment. Okay, increment. They also want to know the bonus, how much bonus they will get. Okay, they want to know the remuneration. Okay, that's why employees are also other users of financial statements. Lenders, very important point, bacha, because lender will provide you loan. Lender will provide you debt. They want to know the repaying capacity. Okay, they want to know the repaying capacity. They want to know the repaying capacity of firm, right? They want to know whether the company will able to pay our fund back or not. Suppliers and creditors. But bacha, why the suppliers and creditors? Because they supply material goods. Okay. Why the customers? Why the customers are also user of financial statement? Because customer wants to know your brand value. Okay, customers wants to know your brand value, your demand of your products. Okay, only then the customer will have a confidence whether we will buy your product or not. Why the government are the user of financial statement? Because government wants to know your profits. Government wants to know your operations. What type of operations are you doing? Government wants to know your taxes, calculations, right? And public for what, bacha? Public for you can say media type. Okay, your news agency also wants to know which company grows a higher level, right? So these are the users of the various. These are the various users of the financial statements. Anyone have a doubt on this part? Change in equity, bacha. Change in equity. Anushka, change in equity means, bacha, you have an opening equity. You have invested some fund as a introduction capital. Your equity will increase, and then you have some profit, equity will increase, you have some loss, your equity will decrease, you have some reserves, you transfer some of the reserves, so your profit will increase. So the fluctuation, what are the various components, what are the various up and downs in the your capital fund is called statement of change in equity. That is basically going to reflect you the position of your capital fund, right? Employees wants to ensure their job security. Yogendra Kapoor. Investors are basically the shareholders. Yes, becha, investors are basically the shareholders. Sir, credit worthiness and repaying capacity is same. Yes, becha. Credit worthiness. Credit worthiness means, becha, how much funds you have, how much liquid funds you have, right? Chali. Any other doubt, guys? Any other doubt? I'm waiting for doubts. If you have a no doubt, bacha, please write no doubt. Chali. Now next concept. Can I move toward the next concept, guys? Yes, sir. You can move. Equity is just like a capital, bacha. No doubt. Chali, no doubt. Now, fundamental accounting assumption, these are the very, very important assumptions. But these are the assumptions. Undoubtedly, these are always applied while preparing financial statements. If nothing is mentioned, in the financial statement, we always assume that our financial statements are based on going concern concept, accrual concept, and consistency. If nothing is mentioned always, so bacha, these are the very, very important assumptions of any financial statement. We always have our books on going concern basis. We always follow the accrual concept, and we always follow the consistency. Now, bacha, let me tell you what is going concern. Going concern concept says that our business will our business will be grow for foreseeable future. For foreseeable future means बच्चा आपको your vision जहां तक आप देख पा रहे हो वहां तक आपका business grow करेगा. So going concern basically tells you your business will grow for a foreseeable future. Okay, for foreseeable future, right? Getting my point or not? Now, accrual concept says that whenever your amount is due or expenses are incurred, if amount is due, if income is due or expense is incurred, you can write just like this, bacha. Let me tell you one thing. If you can write like this, if guys your income is due, okay, and expense are incurred, record in books. Getting my point or not? But as your income is due, expenses are incurred, record in the books. It does not have any linkage whether your income or expenses are receipt or paid respectively. Bacha, that means this concept says that you have not to bother about the actual payment. Actual payment is not relevant. Yes, sir, we have clarity on this concept. Now, consistency. Consistency says that once a method or rule applied, follow it. For what? For continuous period. Okay, for a continuous period, you must have to follow that particular rule and method. What about if you want what what to do if you have to change that method or rule? In that case, you must have a valid reason. Okay, for change. If you want to change it, then you must have a valid reason for getting my point or no. If you have a valid reason for changing the rules and your method, then you can change it. Anyone have a doubt on this part, Bacha? Anyone? If you have a doubt, please let me know. Sir, accrual concept means to record the event as soon as it occurs, whether the amount is received or not. Yes, yes, yes. Amrita. Sir, is there any law for accounting assumption regarding it, like example of GST Act? No, Bacha, no. Raghavan, Bacha, no. Any other doubt, Bacha? Any other doubt? I'm waiting for your doubts. Sir, please ask Kushi to allow us to send queries in the group. Okay. So, Kushi, please check. Any other doubt? No, sir, no doubt. Manish, no doubt. Maitri. Chal. So, no doubt is there. So, let me move further, guys. Now, I'm going to take some practical question. So this is a practical question. In this case, I will discuss with you accrual concept and cash concept, right? Yes, sir. A trader purchased article A on credit. You know, bacha, on the credit, what's the kind of credit? Purchase now and payment will be at a future date. In a period one for 50,000 rupees. He purchased article B in period 1 for 2000 cash. The trader sold an article A in period 1 for 60,000 in cash. He sold the article B in period 1 2500 on credit. Right? Profit and loss account of trader by two bits of accounting are shown. So, bacha, first of all, we have to follow the cash concept. In this case, bacha, what's the profit and loss? Guys, as for the cash concept, we have to consider only the cash wala transaction, right? So let us prepare a very short cash profit and loss account. We have Okay, come back, guys. I think there's a technical issue. Now I think everything is okay. So let me start with you again, bacha. Please one say okay in the chat box. Please, guys, one say okay in the chat box so that I can start the session again. Quickly, guys. Please say okay in the chat box. Okay, sir. Okay. Students are saying okay. So, guys, now let me start with you. We are discussing the concept of a cash basis. This is the profit and loss account given to us, right? Profit and loss. And we have purchased an article of B for 2000 cash. So it will be recorded. And we have sold one article A for P 60,000 P. So buy sale 60,000 Ps. So, bacha, can you tell me how much profit and loss? So, there's a profit of rupees 58,000 rupees. Oh my God, sir, this is much profit. Why this is profit reflecting, bacha? Because we are following the cash basis. You can check that, bacha. We have a very short profit and loss account. We did the sale by 60,000 Ps. We purchased for 2,000 Ps, and the net profit is 58,000 rupees. Okay, very good, very good. Manish is also telling the actual profit. Very good. But bacha, if I am following the complete method, agar cash system में complete method follow करता, that is without considering the cash basis, in that case, bacha, you can check that in the period 2, I will record a sale of 2,500 rupees because now I'm expecting that I receive a cash here, right? And I will expect that I will pay the cash for the 50,000 rupees here. Now the actual net loss will be 47,500. Okay, guys, getting my point. So first of all, we have a profit of 58,000 rupees. Now we have a loss of 47,500 rupees. So net profit will be 10,500. But if we are following the actual accrual basis system, in that case, bacha, it always reflect in the single period the actual profit of 10,500 rupees, because we are considering cash plus credit sale. We are considering cash plus credit purchase. So your net profit will be 10,500, guys. Okay, so all are getting what is the main concept of accrual system? If you getting, then please send a chat box. Sir, in case article B 2000 का है, but वो तो 200 में सेल हो रहा है. Yes, बच्चा, you can directly calculate like this, बच्चा, directly भी करके दिखाते हैं, बच्चा. You can check, guys. I have article A, guys. I have article A, and so I sold that for the 60,000 piece. So 60,000 minus 50,000, right? So net profit will be 10,000 rupees for the article A, and for the B article, which are purchased for 2,000, sold out for 2,500. So 2,500 minus 2,000 rupees. So directly answer will be 500 rupees for article B. So net profit will be 10,500, right? So I hope this is this concept is clear to all. Now let's move further. Qualitative characteristics of financial statements. Bacha, anyone have a doubt? Then please let me know fast. Okay, sir. All are getting. Now, qualitative characteristics of financial statements. First is understandability. Guys, if the users of the financial statement are reading the financial statement, then they must understand whatever is written in the financial statement. That actually means that the user of the financial statement can interpret the financial statement, can easily read the financial statements. Second, relevance. Bacha, for example, for the year 2021, these financial statements are relevant for up to 2022. If you're going to provide very late the results of 2021, for example, in 2023, okay, in that case, they have not relevant at that time. So relevance means your financial statement should be present at the time when they are required. Bacha, balance between benefit and cost. For example, bacha, I spend the 20 lakh rupees for the preparation of financial statements. But in actual, the benefit means bacha, what the actually I am getting by this financial statement is just a 15 lakh rupees ka benefit. So it is not worthwhile to do spend a 20 lakh rupees to prepare the financial statement where benefit is only for the 15 lakh rupees. Comparability. Yes, bacha, you can compare your financial statements. So comparability, bacha, comparability means you can compare your financial statement, your business financial statement with other business, others business financial statement. Okay. For example, if we are going to compare the Tata's financial statement with the Reliance, right? So it can be only possible if the both the companies, Tata's and Reliance, are using the same financial reporting framework, right? Now, reliability. Bacha, whatever figures you are reported, whatever information are reported in the financial statement should be reliable. Okay, trust. You can trust on the financial statement, right? So these are the various points which give the qualitative nature, qualitative character to the financial statements, right? So can have a trust on the financial statement. Sir, Yash is saying, sir, आपका वाला कॉन्सेप्ट समझ नहीं आया, आपका वाला. Yes, can you write one thing again, bacha, what you want to know? Difference not clear. Shikha, bacha, difference is that in case of a cash system, bacha, in case of a cash system, first of all, we will record only the cash transaction. In that case, bacha, you can see that we have a different profits. We have a different profit. For the period one, bacha, actual profit is 58,000 rupees showing in the books. But whereas if I'm going to follow the accrual basis, in that case, in the period one, the actual profit will be 8,500, 10,500 rupees, because this is the correct profit. However, in the cash system, you will also get the correct profit, but here the period change. In the second period, if I'm going to check that, only then I will get the actual profit. Sir, I did not get the example of 20 lakh rupees and 15 lakh. Okay. Okay, I will tell you, Lakshmi Bacha, I will tell you. Sir, why would we want to compare a Tata with the Reliance? Both are the different business. Bacha, I am just taking example, beta. I am just taking example. You can take the example if I'm comparing the Maggie companies with the EP companies business. Okay, you can take this one as well. Sir, please repeat the relevance point in the characteristics. Okay. I think comparability is for comparing the performance over the period of time with the period proceedings. Abhishek, absolutely right, बच्चा. सर, illustration 1 में आपने जैसे solve किया है वो समझ नहीं आया कि कहाँ 7 सब figure लिखा है. Okay, yes, बच्चा. I think now you get clear about this. This is the period 1. बच्चा, this is the additionally I take. Additionally, I taken to explain you. But if you're going to compare this profit with this profit only, okay, this is the difference why accrual system is much better as compared to cash system. In the qualitative characteristics, students are saying, sir, we have not clarity about the 20 lakhs and the 15 lakhs. But the balance between benefit and cost says that if you have spent 20 lakh rupees for getting your financial statement prepared, okay, and bacha, wherever you are going to use for financial statement, for getting a loan, for getting any financial incentives, you will getting a benefit of rupees 15 lakh rupees only. So in this case, बच्चे, you can say that अगर आप 20 लाख का खर्चा करके 15 लाख का प्रॉफिट कमा रहे हैं, पैसा बचा रहे हैं, so it is not worth by. It's not worth by. बच्चा, that must be your benefit must be very very much higher as compared to your cost. That's it. Now I think clear to you. Yogendra is also asking for the reliability. बच्चा, reliability means the user of the financial statement must have a proper trust when they are reading your financial statements. Trust means that, bacha, if figures are reported, they are correctly calculated. If inventory valuation is done on the FIFO method, whether it's correctly or not, yes, because you have followed some rules and principles. So that's why we can say that any figure reflected in the financial statement is true and fair. नव्या ग्रुप नहीं मिला बच्चा सर, इल्यूस्ट्रेशन 1 में आपने ओके. Any other doubt left, बच्चा? Any other doubt left? Then please let me know fast, guys. I'm waiting for your doubt, guys. Please tell me fast if anyone have any doubt. Chali. Guys, if you have no doubt, please write no doubt in the chat box. Chali. I'm not getting any doubt right now. Let's move further. Bacha, this is a very, very important point. True and fair view. The financial statement fairly represent the state of affairs and financial position of a company. Bacha, in everywhere, in accounts, whenever we are preparing our balance sheet, statement of profit and loss account, that should be based on true and fair view. That means, bacha, your financial statement are free from any type of mistake, free from any type of biasness, free from any type of misleading information, free from any type of bacha conflicting information. That means your financial statement will actually tells you what the actual position in the business. It should not be it should not be hiding any information which is relevant for the users of financial statement. So financial statement should present fairly. To what extent you can present, you have to present that the financial statement present the state of affairs and the financial performance of the company. Whatever business are going on, whatever business is going on, okay, and future, what future we have, and for financial performance, bacha, that means how much your gain, how much you have lost, how much your profits, how much your incomes, all should be reflected clearly. Getting my point or not? So this is the true and fair view. Pushpa, no doubt. Any other doubt, bacha? Any other doubt? If you have any doubt, please let me know fast. No doubts, all are writing, sir, we have no doubt. So this is the very, very important concept. Your financial statement should present true and fair view. Chaliye. I'm waiting for a doubt, guys. No doubt is. Now, elements of financial statements. What the various elements you will get in the financial statement? First is you will get the assets. So financial statement should represent true and fair, reasonably or absolutely. Bacha, to absolutely true and fair view is not possible. Reasonably you can see, bacha. Absolutely is not possible. Okay, getting my point or not? ठीक है. In the accounting we will present fairly, not it's I cannot say that accurately. Accurately word is a very wider view. Okay बच्चा. Sir, state of affairs means financial position. No, state of affairs means बच्चा अभी कौन सा business चल रहा है. Affairs, what the business going on inside the company, inside the any enterprise. Okay. Any other beta, any other doubt? Chaliye, no major doubt. Now elements of the financial statement. First is assets. You know what the assets? Bacha, listen carefully. Asset means a resource arises from the past event which are controlled by the enterprises and will generate some future economic benefits. So basically a resource controlled by the enterprises arises from the past events through which positive economic benefits are generated by an enterprise. So basically, first of all, what is the asset? These are the resources, right? The second point, bacha, they are controlled. They are the control. They are controlled by the enterprise. Even they may be owned. Bacha, if partially controlled, then not. In that case, that will be not your asset. If you have a fully control, then it's your asset. If you own that, wo aap hi ka hai, then it's your asset. Second, bacha, they must give you future economic benefits. Okay, they will give you future economic benefit जो business को अच्छा profit देगा. ठीक है बच्चा. they may be physical existence or they may be intangible. Okay बच्चा, they may be they are physically existed or they may be a intangible in nature. So these are the various important points for recognize any resource as an asset. Okay, so resource को asset कहेंगे if all these conditions are satisfied, then you can say these are the assets. So future economic benefits, control, either owned, maybe physically exist or not. Okay, getting my point or not, bacha? If anyone have a doubt, please write in the chat box. Please write your doubt on the chat box. Now, bacha, the very important point, one more point in this, up to no doubt in getting. Bacha, if for example, if benefit beyond current year, if benefit beyond current year is improbable, if benefit beyond the current year is improbable, that means bacha, no expectation that ki benefit milega. If this is improbable, in that case, not to record it as asset. In that case, you are not required to record it an asset. बच्चा, अगर आपको लगता है कि एक साल के बाद या इस करंट ईयर के बाद इसकी बेनिफिट जीरो रहेगा, इन दैट केस यू कांट रिकॉर्ड दैट asset. You have to write off. Getting my point or not? In that case, you have to write off the asset. So past event left. Check what you gain, Shikha. Past event, yes, bacha, past event, that may obviously that you have generated from your past efforts. You can see. So no doubt, sir. Your explanation is very clear. Khushi, thank you so much, bacha. Thank you so much. So you can write that past events, right? Chale. I hope these points are very helpful for you while writing a definition. Getting my point or not? So all are clear about the term asset? Yes, sir. We are clear about the term asset. Now I am taking the next point, that is called liability. So liability is very easy point. So liability means bacha at a present obligation. Sir, explain partial and full control once again. Okay, Pushpa. Bacha, partial and full control. For example, you have generated a copyright. आपने copyright generate किया है. In that case, you have generated the copyright, so you have a full control on the copyright. But for example, you have taken the some time. For example, you have taken the rights for someone only for a limited period. Okay, right from someone only for the limited period. For example, you are a publisher, you are a book publisher, and you are going to write my book. Okay, I have given you my content, and you are writing that, you are printing that, and I said that you can print only thousands of copies. So at that time you are holding a right, but that right is a partial for you. After completing the 100 copies of printing, you can't use that right. So this is called partial control. So in that case, it is not your asset. किसी भी हालत में वो आपकी asset नहीं होगी. If you have a full control, either you own that, only then you can say it's your kind of asset, guys. Okay, guys, all are getting now? Yes, sir, we are getting. Then this will be cost of entry. Yes, cost of entry, you have to write off it. Sir, improbable case may be case of obsolete asset. Yes, obsolete. Yes, bacha. That means you have no economic benefit arises, so you have to write off that asset. Okay, beta, getting my point? Amrita. Chal. Now let's move further. The next part is liability. What is a liability kind of? What we call liability? Liability means a present obligation. So liability is very clear, bacha. Present obligation arises from past events, comma, which can be settled through outflow of resources having economical value. Okay, so basically a present obligation, आज की obligation arises from the past event. आपने कुछ future में ऐसा किया था, arising from the past event, which can be settled. If you have to discharge your obligation, you have to pay something. Whatever you paying something, that must have some economic benefit. So this is called liability. All are getting the term liability. All clear, sir. Surbi. Sir, if asset is not owned but controlled by the company. Yes, beta. Yes, Charu, I am saying either controlled, either owned. Getting my point, beta? Yes, Charu, in the both the case, you can see that either controlled oblique owned. Sir, if assets of the company belongs to the shareholder, does the company can have a full control over the assets or partial control? But if assets of the company belongs to shareholders now, so shareholders and company both are separate. In that case, company have no control. Partial kya bacha? No control. So that will not be recognized as an asset in the books of company. Getting my point, bacha? Yogendra, we will not going to recognize that assets in the books of company. Clear, sir. Clear. Manish is saying clear. Okay. So it is clear to all of you the term liability. Liability सबको clear है. So बच्चा obligation must be there. Now guys, I am writing in a question here. Example for provision for doubtful debt. Provision for doubtful debt. Bacha, please tell me whether this is a liability. Whether this is liability. Please tell me yes or no. Bacha, please write in the chat box either yes or no. Provision for doubtful debt is a kind of liability. Please write, bacha, in the chat box, diminution in the value of, sorry, provision for doubtful debt is a kind of liability or not. I'm waiting for your replies, guys, in the chat box. Fatafat se. No, sir. Provision for doubtful debt, no. Shisha, Manish, okay. Other student, bacha, other students as well, please let me know whether this is liability or not. This is just a provision, not a liability. Liability, yes, sir. Anushka Singh, sir, it's a liability. Aishwarya Singh, sir, no. Navya Singh, sir, reserve kind of. Sanjeev Kumar Singh, sir, yes, sir. Okay, other students as well, bacha. Everyone actively participate, guys. Actively participate कीजिएगा. Provision for debts. Debt is profit and loss side. The best of my knowledge, provision for debt is not a liability. Best of knowledge is Abhishek Sharma. No, it's estimate. No liability. It's a charge against profit. Very good, Charu. So, bacha, the liability, it's not a kind of liability. First of all, this is not a liability because here only value of asset decreases. Okay, here only the value of asset decreases. So diminishing in a value of asset is not a liability. So diminishing in the value of asset is not a liability. Getting my point or not, guys? So no, sir, it's a liability. Oh, it may be a liability or not, depending upon how many debtors are bad. Okay, it's a liability, but we show it in the asset side as a deduction from debtors. Yes, it's a liability. No, no outflow. No, sir. Okay. So, guys, I have cleared to all of you guys. Value of you are creating a provision for doubtful debt. This is not a kind of liability. This is not a kind of liability. Provision for doubtful debt is just kind of expense, right? Because वैल्यू एसेट की वैल्यू में गिरावट आना लाइबिलिटी नहीं. ओके, क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू? चल, नाउ लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. नेक्स्ट इज बच्चा इक्विटी. व्हाट इज इक्विटी? The word equity means बच्चा your capital. It also includes your reserve and surplus, right? So it's very small definition. This will be the part, right? This is will be there. Now the next is income. What's the income? Inflow. What's the income kind of, bacha? Income means inflow. In the very short form, inflow. And what is the expense, bacha? Outflow. Outflow. Okay. Chal. Anyone have a doubt on this part? Please tell me in the chat box. Guys, I will take example on the income as well. I will take the example on liability as well. So don't worry, I will take examples to explain you better. Up to this point, bacha, anyone have a doubt? I think they're very, very much clear. The main two definitions, the assets and liability. So depreciation also. So we treat the profit and loss as expense. Yes, Abhishek, beta. Pushpa capital. So is income before tax or after tax? Is this income before tax or after tax? Abhishek Bacha, this is after tax. Any other doubts? Any other doubt? Sanjeev Kumar, okay. Chal. Now let me take question on the liability. Guys, this is a very, very important question. Let me read it out in very brief manner. A Limited has entered into a binding agreement with P Limited to buy a custom-made machine of rupees 40,000. But a custom-made machine is here. You have given the order. You need this type of machinery, and you are getting that machine, right? Custom-made. At the period ended this, before delivery of the machine, A Limited. But A Limited here is a buyer, and P Limited is a seller. What you see? Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, come back. Now, please check once everything is okay. Can you see me and hear me properly, guys? Please, once again, check. Everything is okay. Can you see me and hear me? Please let me know fast. Can you see me and hear me? Just give thumbs up in the chat box, guys. Just give thumbs up in the chat box. Sir, what the issue? The forecast has stopped. Komal. Guys, please once again check everything is okay. I am audible and visible properly. Yes, sir. Now it's fine. Okay, everything. So, guys, I am explaining you A Limited has purchased a machinery, custom-made machinery for 40,000. Now, after the completion of this current year, now the A Limited not going to use that machinery because they have changed their methods of production. Now they have already given the order. So as per the rule, they have to pay the compulsory to P Limited, even the asset have no value. So in this case, we will recognize a liability against P by A Limited for 40,000. And we will write these two entries. Achha, we will write these two entries. We will write these two entries: loss loss on change in production method account debited to P Limited, and this loss will be transferred then to profit and loss account. So profit and loss account debited to loss on change in production method. So these two entries will be passed. Anyone have a doubt now? Anyone have a doubt on this part? I think this is a very easy question. No one will have a doubt on this one. If you have even doubt, then yes, you can raise your concern in the chat box, guys. Okay, it's fine, super fine for all. Now let's move further. The practical question on the term income. Okay, now I'm going to give one practical question on the term income. Can I take? Yes, sir. So guys, you can suppose that at the beginning of accounting period, aggregate value of assets and liabilities and equity are 5 lakh, 2 lakh and 3 lakh respectively. Also suppose that the trader had the following transaction during the period. Bacha, capital introduced by 20,000 rupees. In this case, bacha, you can check that our opening asset is 5 lakh. We have purchased a asset of 2 lakh. Sorry, we have a asset of 2 lakh and the equity will be 3 lakh. Equity is a kind of capital. If we have introduced our capital, bacha, our cash increase, capital increase. So cash is increased, that means asset is increased by 20,000 rupees. Our equity will also increase by 20,000. Earned income. Bacha, during the year, we earn the income from investment income at the, okay. So 8,000 of your income increase and 8,000 with your equity increases. A liability of 30,000 was finally settled on a payment of 30,000 rupees. Now, bacha, you are paying something. In that case, bacha, your liability of 31,000 was finally settled by the payment of 30,000 rupees. Now, out of 5,28,000 rupees, you have to pay 30,000 rupees. So the net amount will be 4.98. So this will be your bacha assets. At the same time, bacha, your liability from the 2 lakh rupees, bacha, 30,000 ka liability will be decreased. So it will be 31,000 ka 31.69 will be your liability remaining, and guys, the difference will be your equity. So you can check that, bacha, from the beginning you have a 3 lakh ka equity. Now you have 3.29 lakh ka equity. So how much there is a change in the equity? In the change equity is 29,000 rupees. So this 29,000 rupees is only due to a profit. So this concept says that the profit. This concept says that the profit directly impact on the capital. Profit income directly impact the capital, guys. Anyone have a doubt? This is just like a counting equation bit. So this concept says that income will directly impact the capital. Please zoom the screen. Bacha, I think this is a perfect, guys. Zoom the screen. Now okay, bacha. Surbi. Any other doubt, guys? Any other doubt? So, bacha, you can say that in the nutshell, you can say that the expenses, income, both directly impact on capital, right? These directly impact on the capital. No, sir, clear, no doubt. Sir, maybe possible PPT size increased. Chaliye. Now let's move further. Measurement of, this is one of the very important concept. Measurement of elements of financial statement. But if you have a doubt up to this point, please let me know first, so that I can move further. The next concept is quite interesting and easy as measurement. Sir, now we have rotation option in the app. I think everyone does know about this. Okay. So guys, if you're feeling that there's a very, you are not able to clearly see, you can rotate your screen as well. You have a rotation option, guys. Anyone have a doubt? I think no doubt is there, so I have to move forward. Break बच्चा break अभी नहीं, just for let me give me some more time, guys, then I will give you a break. Okay, just 20 or 30 minutes more, then I will give you. Now the next is measurement. You know, bacha, accounting deals with recognition, framework deals with the recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. So now I'm discussing with you measurement. Measurement basically deals with at what value, bacha, please listen carefully the words, at what value we have to record a particular transaction. So we have 4 type of measurement principle. One is historical cost, current cost, present value, realizable value. These are the 4 concepts that can be used for the recording of transaction in the books of accounts. So I'm going to discuss with you only the concepts here. Sir, inventory less than 12 months, but it is considered as an asset. Bacha, closing inventory are your asset. Closing inventories are your asset, but the running stock is not your asset. Listen carefully. The running stock will not be your asset, but yes, closing inventory will be your asset. Okay, because this is the inventory left with you at the end of the accounting year. Either you can sell it, either you can hold it. Now, bacha, first of all, let me take with you the concept of historical cost. बच्चा, for this purpose I will write only one. Historical cost के लिए बच्चा मैं एक ही word write करूंगा, that is record an asset at value actually paid to acquire that particular item. Bacha, record an asset, or you can say an item, okay, at value actually paid to acquire that particular item. जो आपने किसी asset को buy करने के लिए, किसी item को buy करने के लिए, what actually you paid, you have to record that asset on that value only. For example, Mr. X purchased a machinery on 1st of January at 7 lakh rupees. As per historical cost, it has to be recorded on 7 lakh. But you can check that in 2000, let's say 1, the value of machinery is 7 lakh. But if you're not able to see in the slide, I am writing below. And bacha, we expected that in 2000, let's say 6, the value will be 25 lakh rupees. Okay, I'm expecting that in 2006 now the value will be 25 lakh rupees. Okay, and actually, bacha, in 2006 now the value is of the machinery of the same machinery का वैल्यू कितना हो गया बच्चा, 25 लाख रुपीस. बच्चा, मैंने 7 लाख में खरीदा था, आज उसका वैल्यू 25 लाख में है. So Mr. X also took a loan in 2001 for rupees 5 lakh rupees, right? उसने एक लोन भी लिया है 5 लाख का. Now you have to record an asset in the books of accounts. So as per historical cost, what you actually pay, historical cost concept says that what you actually paid, sir, I actually paid 7 lakh rupees for getting the machinery. So your value of asset will be 7 lakh only. And how much, this is your asset. And how much you taken the loan, bacha? Loan is taken for 5 lakh rupees. So your liability will be recorded for the 5 lakh rupees only. So historical, what actually you paid for that. If anyone have doubt on this part, please let me know first. So this question is quite easy and interesting as well. So historical cost record, what actually paid. Anyone have a doubt, bacha, please write on the chat. If anyone have a doubt, you can raise your concern in the chat. I'm not getting any doubts. Chal. Now let's move further. The next is current cost. Current cost. So, bacha, let me first of all discuss the concept of current cost. Current cost. Bacha, this method give you an alternative to record an asset. For example, bacha, you purchase an asset. ₹4, 70,000 rupees. Sir, group, no doubt, sir. This is important for theory. Yes, repeat the example. Clear, sir. Please explain again in brief. Yash. So, bacha, I'm explaining you the previous concept in a brief. So, historical cost concept says you that what you actually paid to buy a particular asset, you have to record asset on that value only. Let me take on one more example. Yash, beta, you will get more clarity with this. Example 4, the MRP of a car. So car की भी MRP होती है. Yes, बच्चा. The maximum retail price is 7 lakh rupees, right? And you get a trade discount of 10%. So 70,000. And what the value after that? After discount, the value will be 6,30,000 rupees. But while you are paying the cash now, you get a cash discount. And how much a cash discount? 30,000 rupees. What you actually paid? You paid 6 lakh rupees. Actual pay. Right? So this is called, bacha, your historical cost that actually paid. Now getting, guys? Now all are getting this concept or not? All are getting. Please write in the chat box, guys. Guys, you don't worry, you will get the notes as well. Chali. Now let's move further, guys. The next is current cost. So current cost basically gives you an alternative. Alternative means at value you can record a particular asset. Two values to record a particular asset. So for example, a machine was acquired for $10,000. आपने एक machine buy किए बच्चा for the $10,000 and a rate of exchange on the date of acquisition for per dollar is okay. So rate of $1 is equals to rupees 49. The payments are to be made in 5 equal installments with 10% का interest. The current value of the similar machine is, so bacha, this is the cost you paid. Now it's crystal clear, sir. Yash, Shirsha, clear, sir. Okay, sir, clear. Recorded in account 6 lakh. Very good, Sanjeev Kumar. So, bacha, actual cost is this, and current cost of the same machinery is 5 lakh rupees, right? So, current cost of machinery is 5. By historical cost convention, the machinery would be recorded at 4,90,000. So historical cost concept says that whatever you paid, you have to record on that, bacha. So if I'm using the historical cost concept, I have to record the asset on this value as per the historical cost. But what the current cost says that you have to record the asset on the current value पे record करेंगे. Not that the amount of a liability is recognized is not the present value of the future payment. This is because in a current cost conventions, liabilities are recognized at undiscounted value, undiscounted amount. Getting my point or not? So current cost will say that you have to record the assets at 5 lakh only because this is the current value. You have not to record the value at 4,90,000 rupees. Now, anyone have a doubt on this part? Anyone have a doubt on this part? The term current cost. Current cost per value. Anyone have a doubt? Sir, we are charging depreciation only on the historical cost of the asset. Yes, book value. Anushka, we will charge on the book value. Absolutely, Vijay. No doubt, no sir, everything is clear. Anushka. Very good. Chal. Bacha, the now next concept is present value. Sir, this is one of the very, very important concepts. For this purpose, let me tell you, well, let me take one normal example. Guys, you have today rupees 1. You have rupees 1 today, and you want to invest the rupee 1 for 1 year at the rate of 10%. Okay, but if you have a 1 rupees today, and you want to invest the 1 rupees for a year at 10% ka interest. Okay, 10% ka interest. So can you tell me how much you will get after 1 year? Sir, that means I will get 10 paisa as interest. I will get a 1.10. Yes, becha. Sanjeev, current cost market value, na? Abhishek, current value is equal to value got after revaluation. Yes, bacha, after taking the markets terminology, then it's called current value. Current value means basically that if you are going to purchase that asset today, bacha, listen carefully, the current value is if you're going to purchase that asset today, how much you have to pay for that is called current value. Is called market value, right? So bacha, this is what you will get. So bacha, you know how I calculated? Future value is equals to present value plus 1 plus rate of interest raised to power n. N means time period. Bacha, this is formula what I use. I use that future value कैसे निकलेगा बच्चा? Present value 1 plus 10% raised to power 1. So it will be 1 into 1 plus 10. So it will be 1.10. Getting? This is how I calculated the present value. Anyone have a doubt up to this part? This is how I calculated the future value. Sir, this seems to be like calculation of interest as we used to do in the foundation mathematics. Yes, Anushka, that's similar. That's similar. Similar to that. Similar to that. बच्चा वही कर रहे. Yes. So now let's have a look how this concept works. Now, bacha, can I do the reverse calculation? If I have future value is equals to ₹1, can you tell me the present value? Oh, that means reverse karna hai. Yes, we have to do it reverse. So, bacha, formula, how to do write this formula right now? Na? In this case, formula will be written like this. Future value is equals to present value plus 1 plus r raised to power n. So if I want to calculate the present value, so future value divided by 1 plus r raised to power n will be the present value. Yes, sir. This will be the present value in this case. So, bacha, this method says that you have to calculate the present value of an asset. Very good. I'm getting answer as well. Rama Krishna. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, Kushi bacha, absolutely. Historical cost is what you pay to acquire the assets. Book value, current cost, the current market price to acquire that asset. Yes. So similarly, bacha, you can check that. Let us take a numerical example. Interest is 10%. A is equals to of 11,000 rupees. And N is equals to 1 year. और n कितना है is equals to 1 year. So 11,000 is equals to 10,000 present value. 1 plus 10 हो जाएगा. So on or present value of 11,000 after 1 year will be by using this formula, bacha. By using this formula, 11,000 rupees divided by 1 plus rate of interest 10% and power is a 1 year is equals to 11,000 rupees. Yes, sir. So you will get that the present value will be 10,000. All are getting up to this point, bacha? All are getting up to this point. If anyone have a doubt, please let me know first. Sir, we can say that this is the discounted future value. Absolutely, bacha. Shabir, yes, beta, you can say that is a discounted value, discounted future value. Anyone have a doubt, bacha? After that, we will take a break. If anyone have a doubt up to this point, then please let me know first. If anyone have a doubt up to this point, please let me know first. Clear, sir. Clear. Very good. 1.1 will be the present value of ₹1. Yes, guys. So this is the net formula that we have to use to calculate the future value. ठीक है ना? चल. Guys, I hope no one will have a doubt right now. I hope no one will have a doubt right now. Clear, sir. Clear. No doubt. No doubt. Got it. Yash, Manish, Anushka, Kushi, Chali. All are saying okay. So, guys, after that, bacha, we will discuss with you the term capital maintenance. So, I am giving you the break of 5 minutes. Okay. After that, we will discuss with you capital maintenance. So, yes, guys, have a break, please. Okay, guys, come back. So please join once again. Okay. So guys, now the next concept is a realizable value. Okay. Are you ready? Come back, guys. Come back. I have given you more than 5 minutes. Sir, please explain going and non-going concept. Okay, guys. So now the next concept is realizable value. It's a very, very easy concept. Let me have a brief recap, brief introduction regarding the real life. Okay, realizable realizable concept. सब ready है बच्चा? Yes sir, we are ready. Yes sir, ready sir. चल. बच्चा realizable value means what you will receive by selling your item in market. दैट मीन बच्चा आपको क्या मिलेगा अगर आप वो असेट मार्केट में सेल करने जा रहे हैं. इफ पर्टिकुलर असेट यू आर गोइंग टू सेल इन द मार्केट, हाउ मच यू वैल्यू रियलाइज, दैट इज कॉल्ड रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू. फॉर एग्जांपल बच्चा, यू आर सेलिंग योर मोबाइल फोन. Okay, old used mobile phone, and how much value you are getting, and you initially purchase a mobile phone for 50,000 rupees. Now if you're going to sell that mobile phone in the market, you are just getting a bacha 27,500. So this is called bacha realizable. Very easy concept, very easy concept guys. So realizable value means what value you will realize by selling that product. You, when you're going to dispose of that product in the market, how much value you will getting is called realizable. Now the one of the very important concept, that is called capital maintenance. Guys, why we do the business? We basically doing the business to have some generation of funds, income, right? हम बिजनेस करते हैं ताकि कुछ कमाएं. Guys, if in the beginning of the year, you have a total funds of rupees, let's say 1 lakh rupees, and during the end of your year, you have a total fund of rupees 97,000. Guys, can I say that you have did the profit during the year? No, you did the loss during the year. आपने लॉस कमाया है, आपने लॉस खाया है. You can see. Getting my point or not, guys? During the year, you are suffering from a loss, you can say. So in this case, if you're suffering from loss, then it's not worthwhile to continue the business. So the framework of accounting also tells you how you can check that whether you did the profit during the year, have you retained, have you done some positive for business or not, by using capital maintenance technique. Bacha, if I'm going to calculate change in assets, minus change in liabilities plus how much capital introduced plus how much drawings are there. If I am going to calculate this, I will get how much profit I have. How much profit I have. You know, guys, this is the way how you can calculate. This is the way how you can calculate. One second. This is a way how you can calculate the retained earning, how much you retained, how much you earned during the year. This, okay, this is what I did. Sir, no, sir. Okay, Manish is saying a loss of 3,000. Right. So guys, you can check that change in asset. Previously, when I started the business, my assets, current, my current assets minus current liabilities. Change in liabilities, bacha, what you can write, bacha? You can write it current opening assets or opening liability. So this is called change in assets or change in liability plus. Bacha, this is what you introduce. This is what you have withdrawn, right? So this is called, bacha, change in assets, or you can say change in liabilities, right? You can say that or not? Yes. Now, if you have a current assets of rupees 5,000 and your current liabilities, now your current liabilities are 3,000, and your opening assets are 3,000 rupees and opening liabilities are 2,000 rupees, and during the year you introduce 500 rupees and you withdrawn the 300. Now you can calculate your profit or not? Yes, sir, we can calculate our profit. Sir, how much change in your net worth? Net worth, current assets minus current liability, the net worth changes 2,000 rupees in the terms of asset, minus how much change in your the opening figures. The opening figures changes 1,000 rupees and 500 is included in the business and 300 I withdraw during the. So you can calculate 2,000 rupees minus 1,000 rupees plus 200 rupees, right? So it will be 1,000 plus 200. So your net profit will be 1,200. This is what I'm telling you. Getting my point or not? For this much more clarity, अभी कुछ बच्चों को समझ में नहीं आया. सब बच्चों को अभी कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को समझ में नहीं आया. सर ड्राइंग और ड्राइंग्स, बच्चा ड्राइंग्स विड्रॉवल जिसको कह सकते हैं. ओके, चलिए. एनीवन हैव अ डाउट ऑन दिस पार्ट, बच्चा? Anyone have a doubt on this part? Then please tell me. Okay, sir, prof. But in the mod. Okay. Getting. Is a mistakenly written bacha here. So this will. Okay. Now bacha, for this more clarity, to explain it in a more, I have taken some questions, right? So let me take the first question. Are you ready for the question, guys? Sir, your formula is Sabir, okay, let me tell you. Sir, calculation of change in current asset and current profit for calculation. Yes, bacha. Manish, for the calculations. For the calculation. Like a single entry, sir. Yes, yes. Okay, sir. Bacha, I have to go with the module only, bacha. I have to go with the module only. As per the rules, I have to go with the whatever is written in the module. I hope you will understand. So now, bacha, you can check that. Don't worry, you can take this formula. I am discussing you financial capital maintenance at historical cost. But if you are not able to maintain your capital in the business now, then it's not worthwhile to do the business. For this purpose, we have some questions. Let us say when we are maintaining our financial capital on historical cost basis. Historical cost basis. Under this convention, opening and closing assets are stated at respective historical cost to ascertain opening and closing equity. But you know what the equity? Equity means capital. If retained profit is greater than or equal to 0, the capital is said to be maintained. Okay. This means the business will have enough fund to replace its asset at historical cost. This is quite right, so as long to price to do or not, right? For example, in 2001, okay, you started a business by investing a opening capital. Bacha, please check opening capital. How much opening capital you have? 12,000 rupees ka opening capital. And this is how represent, this is represent you have purchased 6,000 units at the rate of 2 rupees per unit. Okay, so bacha, you can check that in your balance sheet now it look like this, that here you have a goods. Okay, you can say just like a purchase 2,000 multiplied by 6,000, so 12,000 ka goods, and capital will be, bacha, just reflecting you just like this. Okay, this is just like this. Now guys, sir, realizable value for liability. No bacha, realizable value for the asset, guys, for the asset. Realizable value for the asset, not a liability, beta. So during the year ended, and you can sell, you have sell these units at the rate of 3 rupees per each. So 6,000 units are there, and you have sold at 3 rupees. So you are getting 18,000 rupees. Getting my point or not? आपने इतने में sell कर दिया है. And bacha, you withdrawn the 6,000 rupees. Bacha, withdrawn. How much withdrawn you done? 6,000. So how much capital you have right now? 12,000. But how much opening capital you have? 12,000 rupees. And how much closing capital you have? 12,000 rupees. Is there any change in the capital, guys? No, no change. So this is what, bacha, you have maintained your capital. आपने उतनी capital maintain की है जितनी आपको required है. You maintain your capital at the same time. Sir, your PPT alone sufficient for exam purpose. Pushpa, I am not saying that is sufficient for exam. Sir, realizable value for liability, capital on the liability side and goods on the asset side. Yes, bacha, capital is the liability side. This is the asset side. Right? So, bacha, anyone have a doubt in this part? What I'm explaining to that, bacha, your opening capital is exactly equals to your closing capital. So you can say that you have maintained your capital very proper, right? So this is a concept of capital maintenance at historical cost. आपने उसको 2 rupees पर ही मेंटेन किया है. Now, बच्चा, can I modify this question little bit? अगर किसी को यहां तक डाउट है बच्चा, प्लीज लेट मी नो फास्ट. कैन आई मॉडिफाई दिस क्वेश्चन लिटिल बिट? नो चेंज इन कैपिटल. Yes, there is a no change in capital. Now, continuing with that, if we are using current purchasing power, if we are reflecting our assets, our capital on the current purchasing power, now you can check that as per the same illustration number 3 जो पीछे पड़ा. Okay, that is a 3 illustration number basically. Suppose that the average price indicated at the beginning, at the end of the year are 100 rupees and 120 rupees respectively, right? So bacha, you know how much opening capital we have. Bacha, don't see the solution. Okay, yahan pe samjhega. We have opening capital of 12,000 rupees. Okay, basically bacha, this 12,000 rupees is a what kind of? It is at historical cost. Bacha, if I want to convert it at a current cost, how to convert? Sir, current cost is at the beginning of year is 100 rupees. On an average price, you have given that 100 rupees. 100 rupees is your beginning capital. Okay. And bacha, the closing is 120 rupees. So bacha, current value kya hai? What's the current value? 120. So opening capital at current cost सर निकाल सकते हैं. yes सर, 12,000 rupees जो beginning price 100 का था, that means you have total 120 units of 120 each. This is called current value. ये ऊपर बाइफरकेट हो गया, थोड़ा आप एक्सप्लेन कर देते हैं. Okay, now okay bacha, let me write here 120. Just okay. So 120 to 120, it will be 14,000. So this is your opening capital at current value. That means bacha, you have started the business with a capital of business. You have started your business with the capital of this. Right? Now, closing capital. अब कैलकुलेट करेंगे closing capital. How much closing capital, guys? Guys, what we have did now, the 6,000 units are sold out at 3 rupees each. So 18,000 rupees per sold out हो गई है. Now we have no units. Units are sold out, and we have withdrawn a 6,000 rupees. So how much we have left with? 12,000 rupees. हमारे पास कितना बचा पीछे? 12,000 rupees. Can you tell me बच्चा, the change in capital कितना होगा? Sir, opening minus closing. Opening capital is 12,000 rupees and closing capital is 14,000. Opening capital is 14,400 rupees and closing capital is 12,000 rupees, bacha. So you can check that you have a loss of 2,400 rupees. So this is called bacha your retained profit. So it is a kind of bacha loss. Okay, ये loss क्या represent करता है बच्चा? Please tell me fast. If anyone have a doubt, so write to the chat box. 6,000 units into 2.4. Yes, guys. Yes. So, bacha, what this negative value represents as? The negative value retained profit indicate that the trader has failed to maintain the profit. Okay, the trader failed to maintain his capital. That means bacha, he investing in a business, and what he doing, he's losing from the business, losing from business. Okay, all are getting? Bacha, if you all are getting this point, please let me know first. So bacha, on the basis of the cost concept, this is the actual position. Bacha, basically the current cost tells you your actual position. Sabko clear hai bacha? Please write in the chat box. If all are clear about this, please guys write in the chat box. I'm waiting for your relevant doubts. No, bacha, no have any doubt? No one have any doubt, guys? If you have a doubt, then you can write, guys. If anyone have a doubt, please let me know first. Sir, why we have converted into the closing price? Charu, bacha, we are using the current value method. Bacha, in this case now, we are using the current purchasing power value. We are using current purchasing power value. That's why we are converting it. So the loss indicate that a trader has failed to maintain the capital and 12,000 not sufficient to buy. Yes, Anushka, and the 12,000 is not sufficient to buy. Perfect, guys. Any other doubt? Yes, sir, clear. Got it, sir. Manish has got. Rama Krishna, understood, sir. Kushi, clear, sir. Sir, I'm not clear. If the capital is increased from 12 to 14.40, how it is lost? Shirsha, capital is decreased from 14,400 to 12,000. Bacha, you are interpreting the wrong manner. You are interpreting the wrong manner. The opening capital is 14,400 at current value, and the closing value is 12,000 rupees. So reverse padiye bacha. Shirsha. Any other? Anushka, sir. No doubt, sir. Everything is clear. Chaliye. Now I have to move further, guys. The next concept is maintenance current purchasing power, that is already done. The next one is maintenance at current cost. Okay, maintenance at current cost. Let me take an example. Chaliye. Under this convention, the historical cost of opening and closing assets are restated at closing price using specific price index applicable to each asset. Bacha, this is a current cost. The liabilities are also restated at value of economic resources to sacrifice to settle the obligation at current, that's the closing date. The opening and closing equity at closing current cost are obtained as an excess of aggregate of current cost value of asset over aggregate of the current cost values of liabilities. A positive retained profit by this method ensure retention of funds for the replacement of each asset at the respective closing price. So now, bacha, let me take an example. A trader, bacha, similarly started a business in 2000, let's say one, and with a capital of rupees 12,000 rupees. And this capital is represented by the 6,000 of units at the rate of 2 rupees each unit, right? And during the year, bacha, he sold out these units for rupees 3 per unit. उसने क्या किया है, इन यूनिट्स को सेल आउट कर दिया है at 3 rupees per unit पर. He withdrawn 6,000 rupees. Now, the question starts from here. Let us assume that the price of the product at the end of the year is 2.5 per unit. Bacha, at the end of the year, the price is 2.5 per unit. That is current value. Current value. And let us assume that the price of the product at the end of the year is 2.5 per unit. In other words, the specific index applicable to the product is 125. Guys, if I have to purchase 6,000 units today, how much I have to pay? Please tell me fast. Sir, you have to pay 2.5 rupees. So can you tell me how much actually I have to pay? I have to pay total 15,000 rupees. Oh, that means I required to pay 15,000 rupees to buy these 6,000 units. Getting my point? Yes. So guys, you sold out it. You sold out it. At what value, bacha, you sold out it? You sold out it at a rate of 3 rupees for 6,000 units. The value 18,000. And you withdrawn some money, 6,000 rupees. And how much left with you? 12,000 rupees. So can you tell me, bacha, this is your opening capital, this is your closing capital, retained profit is, sir, again negative 3,000 rupees. So bacha, what we will say that trader fails to maintain capital. All are getting, guys? Trader fails to maintain the capital. Retained profit is negative 3,000. All are getting this point or not? Please write on the chat box, guys, quickly. All are clear? If you have any doubt, please write the chat box. Very good. 3,000 will be lost, Anushka. Okay, very good. चल, can I move further, guys? अगर किसी को यहाँ तक डाउट है बच्चा, you will free to ask your doubt. You can feel free to ask your doubts. Crystal clear, very good. Abhishek Sharma, crystal clear. Guys, the concept written is very easy, and whatever writing in the sides na, that is very, very important for you guys. That's only very important for you. Everything is understood, clear, all clear. Yes, sir, it's all clear. Shabir, Anushka, Kushi, Tanvi, Agarwal, all clear. All clear. Now, guys, I will take some MCQs. So, what a difference between this and last concept? Manish, okay. Bacha, in this, bacha, we're using the current purchasing power. As for the current purchasing power, that means in this case, bacha, you can check that current purchasing power. If we have to buy again 6,000 units, okay. If we have to buy again 6,000 units. Can I buy on this price? Can I buy on this price? Bacha, the current now the value is 120 rupees. Okay, the value is 120 rupees. 12,000 are there. I have this fund and I buy two at 2 rupees per unit. Can I buy this? Please tell me, can I buy this? No, we can't buy. That is bacha purchasing power. You don't have that much purchasing power to buy because the available fund of 12,000 rupees is not sufficient to buy 6,000 units. 6,000 unit at increased value of 2.40. Okay, at the increased value of 2.40. I can let me write it once again. बच्चा आपको प्राइस ही बताते हैं कैसे आएगा. Let me explain the whole concept once again. Guys, we have calculated that 12,000 divided by 100 into 12.20, that is 14,400. This is for 6,000 units, and the price of per unit is this, right? Now I have a bacha only 12,000. Manish, you are asking, na? Manish, you are asking. We have only 12,000 rupees as a closing fund, and how much I have to buy? 6,000 units. So multiply it by 2.4. How much fund I needed? This much. Can I buy this? No. That is, you have no purchasing power. You have no purchasing power. Sir, which method is most reliable and useful in the maintenance of the capital? Priya, bacha, it depends upon the business to business. But I think the current, the most usable method is the current purchasing power method. This one method. And the next is bacha, current cost method. What the current cost method says that? Current cost method directly says that the 2.5 is a current cost. 2.5 is a current cost. And on this value, not a purchasing price. This is not a purchasing price. This is a market index. Market index. The change in the market price. वो पीछे था मैं कितने पर buy कर पा रहा हूँ. And this is bacha, what is the actual value in the market. So these are the both concepts. This says that if you want to buy the 6,000 units and the current market price of the unit is 2.5, can you buy this? This is a current value. Not these are due to the market fluctuations. Can you buy this? No, I cannot buy because I need 15,000 rupees, but I have 12,000. Now getting Manish beta? Getting the actual concept of both the concepts. Oh my God, Anushka ने सारे आंसर पहले लिख दिए हैं. That's good. Sir, please tell the name of the group created by Khushi on the Telegram, please. Khushi, please write the group name, then I will tell you. But it is not officially, bacha. I'm announcing this is not official. Which method is more? Okay, no, sir. Manish, sir, yes, sir. Getting point. Anushka given the answer as well. Priya, thank you, sir. Okay. Now, bacha, let's move further and let me take some MCQs. The first MCQ is going concern concept assumes. Please, bacha, write in the chat box answers as well. Going concern concept assumes. Kya assume करता है बच्चा? Going concern concept. The business can continue in operation, existence for foreseeable future. The business cannot continue operations, existence for the foreseeable future. The business is continuing to be profitable. Which option is the right, bacha? Please write in the chat box which option is the right. Very, very good. Bacha, group name is ICAI Virtual Classes IPCC all without space. Chaliye. So A is the right answer. The business can continue in the operational existence for a foreseeable future. Right? Getting all? Chal. Next question. The two principal qualitative characteristics of the financial statements are understandability and materiality, relevance and reliability, relevance and materiality. Bacha, please let me know your answers. Two principles qualitative characteristics of financial statements. Qualitative. Oh my God, very, very good. Very good response. The answer will be, sir, second ka B, relevance and reliability. Next question. All of the following are components of financial statement except balance sheet, statement of profit and loss, human responsibility report. बच्चा कौन सा स्टेटमेंट का पार्ट नहीं है? थर्ड का आंसर बच्चा प्लीज राइट द चैट बॉक्स. थर्ड क्वेश्चंस आंसर. Very good. C, human responsibility report. Very good. Now, next question. Accounting policies can be changed if change is required by statute, that is as per law or accounting standard. Okay, as per law or accounting standard, for more appropriate presentation of financial statement, or both A and B. Yes, guys, once write your answers. Please write the fourth question answer, guys. Very good. C will be the right answer. Next question. The value of equity may change due to contribution from or distribution to equity participants, income earned or expenses incurred, both. But why value of equity changes? Contribution from or distribution to equity. That means bacha capital introduced or withdrawal. Second, profits or expenses due to incomes minus expenses. Okay, or you can say like this, or both. Which is right option, bacha? Which is right option? Yes, guys, absolutely. The option number 5 is right. So the option number C is right. Chal. Anyone have a doubt? I'm not getting any reply on the chat box, guys. Is there any issue? Okay, so guys, whatever we have to complete in the today's session, I have already discussed with you, and I just want to tell you, bacha, after the session, you will get the PDF file for today's class. Okay, basically these are the class notes, and you will get bacha MCQs after the session, most probably by tomorrow, right? Most probably by tomorrow. So guys, now I'm going to wind up the session. If at the end of the session, if you have any doubt, please write in the chat box. But I'm not able to see the chat. The chat is stuck right now. I can check that. Can any technical team please check that the chat is stuck right now, or it's working? Yes, I did the 5 to 6 times, but I'm not getting. The last doubt I get the 9:20. That means in the last 4 minutes, I'm not getting any doubts. Okay, there's a no doubt, I think. No? So let me once again check. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm not getting any doubt. After the session, Bacha, you will get the PDF notes of the session as well as you will get some MCQs. And for if you have any doubt, Bacha, you can write on the chat box. But I'm not able to read right now. After the session, I will definitely going to reply you if your relevant is if a doubt is relevant. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And I'm leaving the session. Take care. Stay safe. Stay happy. Thank you so much.